Have you ever met someone in their 90s or even 100s and thought, how on earth do they do it? Maybe they're still gardening, laughing with friends, or even dancing at family weddings. What's their secret? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain. I've spent months researching communities around the world where people live the longest, places called blue zones, and talking to centenarians themselves. And guess what? Their habits aren't complicated. In fact, they're things any of us can start doing today. So, if you've ever wished for more energy, more joy, or simply more time to enjoy life, you're in the right place. Let's dive into the first two habits that could add a decade or more to your life. Let's start with habit number 1. Move naturally all day long. Now, I'm not talking about running marathons or lifting weights. Centenarians don't exercise in the way we often think of it. Instead, they move naturally, gardening, walking to the market, chopping wood, even kneading bread by hand. It's not about intensity, it's about consistency. One woman I spoke to in Sardinia, who's 102, still tends her olive grove every morning. She says, "The earth keeps me young." So, how can you bring this into your life? Start small. If you've got a garden, spend 15 minutes weeding or watering. No garden? Try a daily walk around your neighborhood. Just 10 minutes counts. Or even do your chores mindfully. Fold laundry standing up. Stretch while you wait for the kettle to boil. Or take the stairs instead of the elevator. The key is to avoid sitting for hours on end. Your body craves gentle movement, and every little bit adds up to stronger muscles, better balance, and a happier heart. Now, let's talk about habit number 2. Connect deeply, often. In Okinawa, Japan, another blue zone, they have a saying, moai. It means a lifelong group of friends who support each other, laugh together, and sometimes even share finances. These connections aren't just nice, they're life-saving. Studies show loneliness can be as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. But centenarians? They're surrounded by love. They prioritize family dinners, visit neighbors, and never retire from their communities. You might be thinking, but what if I've lost touch with old friends? Start fresh. Join a book club, volunteer at a local library, or even strike up conversations at the grocery store. And don't underestimate the power of quality over quantity. One heartfelt chat with a grandchild or a weekly phone call with a sibling can fuel your spirit. Remember, it's not about being the life of the party. It's about feeling seen, heard, and valued. Now here's the thing. These two habits work together. Moving keeps your body strong, but connecting keeps your soul strong. And when you combine them, that's where the magic happens. I'll never forget a 97-year-old man in Costa Rica who told me, "I dance with my wife every evening, even if it's just in our kitchen. It's how we stay young." But wait, there's another habit these centenarians swear by. One that's so simple, you'll wonder why we've made health so complicated. It's all about what you put on your plate. And no, it's not another fad diet. In fact, it's downright delicious. So, grab a snack, and let's keep going, because your best years might still be ahead of you. Alright, let's talk about habit number 3. Eat the rainbow, and stop counting calories. Now, I know what you're thinking. Another diet tip. But trust me, this isn't about restrictions or complicated rules. Centenarians in places like Ikaria, Greece, or Nicoya, Costa Rica, aren't obsessing over carbs or protein shakes. They're simply eating real food that's bursting with color. Think deep green spinach, bright orange sweet potatoes, ruby red tomatoes, and creamy white beans. One 101-year-old farmer in Ikaria told me, "My secret? I eat what the earth gives me, not what comes in a box." So what's on their plates? Lots of plants, whole grains, and beans, foods that fight inflammation and keep arteries clean. But here's the best part. They enjoy every bite. No guilt, no stress. Try this. Next time you're at the store, fill your cart with one new colorful veggie you've never cooked before. Maybe purple cabbage or golden beets. Roast them with olive oil and herbs, simple, delicious, and full of life-giving nutrients. And don't forget to share the meal with someone you love. Because food isn't just fuel, it's joy on a plate. Now, let's tackle a myth head-on. Do I have to give up meat completely? Not necessarily. Centenarians do eat meat, but it's more like a condiment than a main course. Think of it as a flavor boost, not the star of the show. In Okinawa, they serve tiny portions of pork alongside heaps of bitter melon and sweet potatoes. The key? Balance. If you're craving a burger, go for it. But pair it with a big salad or roasted veggies. And here's a pro tip: cook at home more often. That way, you control what's in your food. Less salt, less sugar, and more love. Now, let's move to habit number 4. Find your why and wake up with purpose. In Okinawa, they call it ikigai. Your reason for jumping out of bed in the morning. For some, it's tending a garden. For others, it's teaching grandkids how to fish or painting landscapes. A 99-year-old sculptor in Sardinia told me, "When I'm shaping clay, I forget I'm old. I just feel alive." But purpose doesn't have to be grand. It could be as simple as baking bread for your neighbor, volunteering at an animal shelter, or writing letters to old friends. The point is to feel needed. Studies show that people with a strong sense of purpose have lower risks of heart disease and dementia. So, ask yourself, what makes your heart light up? Maybe it's something you loved decades ago, but set aside. Dust off that harmonica. Sign up for watercolor class, or finally organize those family photos. Your why is your secret weapon against aging. It keeps your mind sharp and your spirit young. Here's a story that stuck with me. A 94-year-old woman in Loma Linda, California, starts every morning by writing down 3 things she's grateful for. Some days, it's as simple as the smell of coffee or a phone call from my niece. She told me, "Gratitude is my daily vitamin." And science backs her up. Practicing gratitude lowers stress, improves sleep, and even strengthens your immune system. So, why not give it a try? Keep a notebook by your bed, and before you turn out the light, jot down one little joy from your day. It could change how you see, well, everything. Now, these 2 habits, eating with color and living with purpose, work like a symphony. Nourish your body, and you'll have the energy to chase your passions. Chase your passions, and you'll want to nourish your body. It's a beautiful cycle, but there's one final habit that ties them all together, something centenarians do without even thinking about it. And honestly, it might be the most relaxing item on this list. All right, we've made it to the final habit, the one that might surprise you the most. Habit number 5. Rest like your life depends on it, because it does. Now, I'm not talking about collapsing on the couch for hours. Centenarians have mastered the art of active rest. Take the folks in Ikaria, Greece. They're famous for their afternoon siestas. But it's not just about napping. It's about slowing down, letting your body recharge, and savoring quiet moments. A 103-year-old fisherman there told me, "The sea waits for no one, but I wait for me." So, what does this look like for you? Maybe it's a 20-minute power nap after lunch, a leisurely evening stroll, or simply sitting on your porch with a cup of tea, watching the world go by. The key is to listen to your body. If you're tired, rest. If you're stressed, breathe. One study found that people who take regular naps have a 37% lower risk of heart disease. But here's the kicker. Centenarians don't feel guilty about resting. They treat it like a prescription, because it is. Your body repairs itself when you slow down. So, give yourself permission to pause. The laundry can wait. You can't. Now, let's tie all 5 habits together. Move naturally, connect deeply, eat the rainbow, wake up with purpose, and rest without guilt. These aren't just random tips. They're a lifestyle that's kept people thriving for over a century. And the best part, you don't have to do them all perfectly. Start with 1. Maybe today, you swap that packaged snack for a handful of berries, or call a friend you've been meaning to reconnect with. Small steps add up. Take Maria, a viewer who wrote to me last month. She's 72 and started gardening 10 minutes a day after watching part 1. Now she's growing tomatoes, joined a local gardening club, and says her arthritis pain has nearly vanished. "I didn't just grow vegetables," she said. "I grew a new chapter of my life." That's the power of these habits. They don't just add years to your life. They add life to your years. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with this. Aging isn't about decline. It's about possibility. Those centenarians I met, They've survived wars, heartbreaks, and setbacks you can't imagine. But they kept going. Not because they're superheroes, because they chose, every day, to show up for themselves and the people they love. So, if you take one thing from this video, let it be this. You're never too old to reinvent what it means to live well. Maybe today, you'll dance in your kitchen like that Costa Rican couple. Or maybe you'll just sit still and watch the sunset. Both are perfect. Both are enough. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these habits resonated most? Have you already tried one? Share your story in the comments below. Let's inspire each other. And if this video brought you even a little hope or motivation, hit that like button and subscribe. We've got so much more to explore together. Recipes, gentle workouts, and stories from centenarians around the world. Thank you for spending this time with me. Remember, every day is a gift, and you're the one holding the bow. Here's to making the next 10 years your brightest yet. Until next time, keep shining.